Emma Coburn, fabulous bronze in Rio. Could she become the first American woman to win a World Championship steeplechase medal? Two Kenyans, two Americans, Freericks up onto the shoulder of Jeb Kamoy. Jeb Kamoy is the defending champion. Coburn in third, as she was in Rio.
Pick it up just a little bit. Good pose.
And Jeb Koech is beginning to struggle. What a story this would be if Coburn could win this. Jeb Kamoy struggled at that water jump. And look at Emma Coburn. This is an incredible performance by the American.
Pick it up, Emma. Go, Emma. Their first 400.
No medal by an American woman in this event. And somehow she's found the acceleration. Emma Coburn becomes the world champion in one of the biggest shocks in women's distance running for years.
I think Emma's trajectory is one that has been surprising every step. I didn't even think she'd run in college. Coming from a town of 1,500 people, our classes were 20 people. I mean, you just didn't produce a lot of D1 athletes or a lot of Olympians.
An amazing thing about her is even back in the day in high school or through her competitive events, she's always thinking about other people. She's not thinking about herself. She wins the race and she turns around and helps people up and worries about her teammates and that kind of thing all the time. That just makes her such an amazing woman, an amazing person that gives back like that on a daily basis in her life.
The quality about her that has made her as good as she is, getting Olympic medals and world championship, is the mental game. And the athlete or runner you talk to, that's kind of the make or break piece of it in a way.
Now, when a race doesn't go well or something doesn't break her way, she's just calm. She's not a head case, and she's so humble with this success. I always joke it's a really good thing it didn't happen to me and that it happened to her, because I would be such a diva and so terrible to deal with, and she's just the opposite. She can't be not Emma.
I was not cool, calm, and collected when I was younger in terms of competing in track and field and cross country. I remember I cried on the starting line of the state cross country meet my junior year because I just didn't want to race. The pressure of performing, the knowing that you're about to experience a lot of pain, knowing that you're going to have to play some mental games through it, I hated that, and it really rattled me. And so I always tell people I was way more calm on the starting line of the Rio Olympics than I was on the high school starting line in cross country in 2007.
Looking good. Good stride.
Meeting Joe my junior year of high school, he is from Wisconsin. He came out to Colorado to work with Trent Sanderson, who worked at a private school. And Joe had a really good relationship with running. He loved the challenge, and he loved the feeling of always wanting to improve and wanting to be your best and not freaking out about what outside expectation is, and really just loving the grit of it. I quickly became really good friends with Joe, and then that friendship turned into me having a crush on him, and I knew he was going to be an important person in my life forever, and his mindset with running really started shaping my mindset with it.
Well, I gotta say the World Championship victory last year in London was unbelievable.
Well, we've had fallers, Umans, the Olympic champion, the world record holder, tracked by Chespol. They have had some incredible races this
That
year.
World Championship was probably the moment I am the most proud of because it was so unexpected to me.
When she came in, just hoping on a perfect day, you know, beat a couple of the Kenyans and maybe get that podium on a perfect day.
She leads from Chespol. Then we have Chepkoech and the defending champion, Chepkomoy, still there on the left of picture. And so too is Coburn, the Olympic bronze medalist from last year.
I really didn't think she had a shot. And that field was just so strong. I didn't mean to underestimate her so much or sandbag it by any means, but I just really wasn't seeing against that field that year how that could work out. And it was shocking to me.
Chepkomoy. Chepkomoy is the defending champion. Coburn in third, as she was in Rio. And Chepkoech is beginning to struggle. What a story this would be if Coburn could win this. Chepkomoy struggled at that water jump. And look at Emma Coburn. This is an incredible performance by the American. No medal by an American woman in this event. And somehow she's found the acceleration. Emma Coburn becomes the world champion in one of the biggest shocks in women's distance running for years.
Someone asked me yesterday what the secret to success is. I'm like, I don't know if I'm success. You know, I feel like I always need to keep improving. I don't think I've made it. But if I can share any secret from the successes I have had, it's that you need to surround yourself with really wonderful people. People who believe in you, people that are so selfless and want to support you in whatever your endeavor is, people who make you laugh, people that give you grief.
She's a bad filter picker.
Well, crazy. I know.
She used to do Calvin.
Okay.
That was her go-to.
People who are real with you and love you if you win or lose, and I am really lucky to have that.
My first boyfriend, John Barb. Very good friend still. He'll be at the race. This is Daniel Hargrove, my first kiss. So
And prom date senior year.
and senior year prom date. Joe and I were dating at the time of senior year, but I had promised Daniel in 6th grade that we'd go to prom together, and we stuck to it. What is this?
It's dry there. It gets
A couple times a month, probably.
the ocean doesn't see you.
Oh.
Lived out here for 3 years. So I went back.
Love Katie, aka your biggest fan. Thanks, Katie. She's from Gunnison, so I'll probably meet her.
Race, I think. Let her know that I'm your biggest fan. Seats taken.
I know exactly what.
That's sweet. Because Crested Butte is such a small place located in the heart of the mountains, every kid growing up here is an athlete. We're not identifying ourselves as hardcore rugged athletes growing up, but we're just playing outside. There's a culture here. You know, you ask people what they do and they don't say their job. They identify themselves more on the adventures they take rather than what pays their bills. And I couldn't ask for a better place to call home. A big part of wanting to do Elk Run 5K was to bring people here and experience my favorite place in the world and understand this passion and understand why I'm a freak about loving Crested Butte. The brown goat is Bucky. Sorry, the brown goat is Bucky and the white goat is Butch.
Is this all family?
These are the cross-country team.
Oh,
So they're
cool.
helping us stuff the bags for
Is
the
this
racers.
your high school coaches?
High school cross-country team, yep. Joe wanted to create an event that I can have long after I'm retired, that can be in this community and enrich this community and be a fun event that in 10 years from now we can still have and we can still be proud of and still be plugged into the community. We were asked by Living Journeys to help promote one of their other races. They run a half marathon up the mountain, and they asked us to help promote that. And we thought, well, I can do that, but it would be way better if we just did something else for you. And so that something else was Elk Run 5K.
Well, the Living Journeys is a cancer support group that I'm on the board for. I've been involved with a couple years now, but it's been around for quite a while. And Emma actually, when she was in high school, volunteered a little bit during the peak hike when she was in her senior year in high school. And I thought it would be a great connection. So Emma and I were talking about this race, and maybe it'd be a great way to connect her race and a local nonprofit that supports cancer survivors and families here in the Crested Butte area.
What's really special about Living Journeys is that they impact every family in Crested Butte, whether that family themselves has had someone with cancer that they've worked with Living Journeys or not. They know someone who has. They give direct financial assistance as well as counseling services to people with cancer and their families if they live in Gunnison Valley. That's if you're going through treatment and you can't work and you need help paying your bills, or you need to pay for a hotel room in Denver because your family wants to come with you when you get treatment. All of these costs that accrue when you're facing cancer that turn your world upside down. And when you're going through something that hard and fighting that disease, you shouldn't have to deal with all that other stuff. The third goal of doing Elk Run was to support the elite running community. I'm super lucky to have a sponsor that supports me well enough. That's not the case for a lot of athletes, and the Olympic dream and the dream of being a professional athlete, that's a worthy endeavor, and Joe and I wanted to be able to support that. We found ways to put together really healthy prize purses, and through that we're able to create really great elite fields. Creating an event in the prime of my career isn't ideal timing for anyone, but it's important because you have a lot more power and sway to actually build something real.
I seem like there's some pretty dang good prize money. Like that kind of matches some of the best races in America.
Yeah, and I think it's really fun because of the altitude. It's not necessarily who has the fastest time on the track that's going to win tomorrow's race.
So excited. I love Elk Run. Dom and I are racing, and I'm going to put her in a body bag.
It's on!
Yeah.
I've been to Crested Butte, and it's a nice place, but I haven't run down Elk Run or Elk Avenue because normally it's busy, so I'm excited for that.
What kind of things did you hear about last year?
That it was a big party, and they raised a lot of money, and it was a lot of fun.
Excited you guys are here. Thank you for coming to Emma Coburn's Elk Run 5K, the very first high school edition. This is a big deal. We hope to grow this more, and thank you to each and every one of you girls for running and for being here today. Have a lot of fun out there. You guys are going to do great.
Here today for Living Journeys, folks. Again, that's the big race going on at 10 o'clock. So much happening until then. World Champion in the steeplechase, Crested Butte. You know her from the banners. You know her from that gazelle stride. It's Emma Coburn.
I'm sorry, I gotta bring my cable. Sorry, it's embarrassing. Excuse me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. We couldn't do any of this without our amazing sponsors, so thank you. You know who you are. And to the community of Crested Butte that helps build athletes like myself and Aaron and supports us so much. We love you and appreciate you. So everyone have a great race today. You're gonna do great. Have fun. When you're out on Peanut Road, look up and enjoy the view. There's no better place in the world. All right, 10 seconds, guys. Runners to your mark.
This place is so special to me. Oh my God, I am gonna cry. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm almost done. I'm a really ugly crier though, so I don't want it to happen. Sorry. This place is so special to me, and I just am so grateful for the community here to come and support, and hopefully they feel a little bit of my appreciation, and I just want, everyone here to know how much they mean to me, and that I'm so aware of how lucky I have it to call this place home and to have the community of people here, the community of elite racers that come, all the sponsors. I'm totally aware of how special yesterday was and how it takes a lot of people to make it happen. And I was just walking home and felt very happy and very grateful and just thankful. That's it. Sorry.
This will do it for us.
I'm proud that I can be, a woman in this sport who's a little bit of a boss and taking control of my career and doing stuff like Elk Run that is challenging and different. And obviously I rely on other people to make it happen, but it's my name on it and a lot of my hard work, and I'm glad that I guess that some young girls out there are inspired to take control of their lives and be a boss and see themselves as just an athlete or a business person or whoever they want to identify themselves, and just be confident in that.
Elk Run 2018. We're the $6 million band. We are just going to take a real quick break here. No need to go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've still got 3